McKell, Jojo, great to meet you guys. McKell,
Love to
on
meet
your
you too.
Instagram, you put up a post about the Irregulars, and you put up the Irregulars coming soon. Get ready for the ride. What ride are we about to go on?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I mean the ride is a roller coaster. The ride is a thought park crazy one. It goes up and down, around and around. I think so. I think what you're getting yourself in for with the Irregulars is a story about friendship and compassion, a story about growing up as well, and I think you're getting a story about learning how to deal with deep-seated depression and grief and anxiety and all of these things that we deal with in today's world. And I think we've mixed it in this crazy supernatural universe with the elements of Sherlock Holmes as well, and it's kind of been combusted into this crazy roller coaster.
What you forgot to mention, which is like something that I'm freaked out about, is that it's also a horror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Super spooky.
Can we throw that in as well? And it's a horror where you guys get to play teenagers again. And Jojo, you're used to playing a teenager. We see you doing it brilliantly in Sex Education. But what's it like playing a teenager in Victorian times?
Obviously you mentioned Sex Education. I think what I'm doing there is wildly different. It's worlds apart from what Billy is. I approach it from quite a different angle, I think, and like a big thing for Billy is that he has had this like really tough start to life that sort of hardened him and made him both aggressive but also kind of weirdly emotionally intelligent in a sort of strange way. So yeah, playing Billy was good fun, but it was very different vibes.
Yeah,
I learned to box for it as well, which was good. I feel like I've gone totally off question here.
No, but you're allowed. Well, as like I was saying before, McKell, you forgot to mention that it is a horror, and I was completely freaked out, right? And I can't. This is one series that I can't binge because I can't sleep at the end of it. I need to take it an episode at a time. McKell, what was it like for you? Did anything freak you out while you were filming?
Yeah, I think some of the makeup that was done by Lucy and her team was so scary and freaky. I mean, I remember filming on, was it episode 4? I think it was, and I saw one of the things, and it was just it was really freaky.
Well, we can talk about it. Are we talking about the
whole face stealing? Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah,
I think
I saw that. I saw the prosthetics for that, and it was horrific. And there was many locations we was even filming in that were, suspecty locations with a lot of like weird stuff happening.
That episode freaked me out. That was the scariest, I think. I love horror. I'm a big horror fan. I think it's worth mentioning though that, like, although we sort of talk about it like a horror, I don't think it's just like it's not, in no way is it like an all like all out gore or like horror series. Like, I think it has a lot of heart, and I think the horror elements of it have a reason. There's nothing unnecessary about it. I don't think
they do have a reason, Jojo, but how
freaky.
Yeah, and like I just sit back and watch it, right? But you actually have to go and see these figures in person. How do you sleep at night? Like, I wouldn't even make it onto set. No, seriously, I am such a wuss. I would not make it onto the set.
There's a bizarre thing when, like, I remember one day we were sat down, we got a character called, what I think is probably my favorite piece of prosthetic work on the show as well, is a character called the Jigsaw Man, who's made out of 16 different people sewn together, which is pretty amazing. That was none of that CGI. That is all prosthetics. And that's a pretty weird thing when you're sat in the green room, sort of having a cup of tea, sat next to like a literal zombie. It's pretty weird.
What about you, McKell? How did you sleep at night?
I don't know. I mean, it was hard because, like Jojo said, there was times where you would look around and be like, "Whoa, that's very, very scary." And I think the Jigsaw Man was one that definitely stood out for me as well, because even just seeing his prosthetics was really freaky. It looked really, really real. And yeah, I just have to credit the makeup team for that.
But as you said, it's not just about the horror. I just focused on that because I'm so easily freaked out. It is about, I remember at the start, like I started watching it going, sorry, is this a bit of Bridgerton going on here? It is a bit of everything going on. And the fact that you get to do all of that and experience all these different emotions, how does that bring you together as a cast?
I took this one last time ago. Why don't you go for it? I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the great thing is as a gang, it's important to get along in real life and to like each other. And I think we managed to do that very, very early on when we met. We met at the read-through and we went out and bonded. And then when we went up to Liverpool, we did things like escape rooms and we went out for drinks and dinner and we really got to know each other. Yeah, the escape rooms one was really funny actually because it was literally like how our characters are. Irregulars literally played out in the escape rooms. Like it was like me and Jojo kicking back, like, okay, man, what are we gonna do here? It was really funny.
There, sort of looking through the manual, like, how do I? Let's get to the bottom of this one.
And Thaddeus was just like, no, this is what we do. This is what we do. Yeah, and then Darcy was just kind of like, wedge.
What?
What? So yeah, I mean, it was really, really great, and I mean, we're such a close knit group of friends as well as like work colleagues that I think it really helps to see that on screen when we're working together.
So Jojo, what do you miss most about this experience? It sounds like, it's not just a fantastic work experience. It sounds like it was a great personal experience as well.
It was like, so the series is filmed in Liverpool, which I didn't actually know till about 3 days before we started shooting. I like, who reads attachments to emails? You know what I mean? If my agent watches this, I'm sorry. But yeah, I didn't actually know that. So I suddenly I'm looking through it like, I'm gonna travel next week, filming over just down the road in London. Oh no, yeah, hopping on the train, moving to Liverpool for just under a year, actually. Yeah. What? So I got there and it was sort of pretty important straight away that you gotta I was like, yeah, we've got to do some bonding here, and like it makes such a difference when you got such a group of legends. So like definitely the social aspect of it. All of us like living in this same hotel together was so much fun. It was so much fun, and I love Liverpool as a city. It's an amazing place.
That was a nice.
I love the Scousers, man.
They really welcomed us in.
It was a nice surprise for you. Something that you can tick off your list of things to do now. Live in Liverpool for a year.
Exactly. Done. Finished. I'm a Scouser now.
Although, McKell, is it an experience you may want to do again? Like, are you hoping to get a phone call or an email and you will read the attachments, unlike Jojo, that will say...
Yeah, I read the attachments.
Yeah, you'll come... Jojo, I don't read the attachments either. But it'll say you're coming back for a season 2. Is that what you're hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's in an ideal world. We've made this series now. We have to just release it for you guys to watch it and see if you like it enough for us to do season 2. So yeah, definitely that's hope. That's where we're hoping for stuff to go. But for now, it's just out of our hands. Leave it for the world. Hope for you guys to enjoy.
Yeah, and be freaked out by as well. Have we mentioned that enough times? Well, just in case, because I don't want people to be like me, turning up going, oh, it's okay, and then all of a sudden I'm the one who's screaming. So it is a bit of everything. McKell, Jojo, this has been so much fun.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, so good to chat.